Okay, so first I'm starting off with my brows. I'm going to be using MAC's Dip Down Prolong Wear Fluid Line to go in and sculpt out my brow shape. When filling your brows, be careful not to overfill or overdraw. You don't want them to look too harsh. And always use a dark brown, never a black. My goal for my brows is always for them to look as natural as possible. For lighter skin types, you can go lighter with your brow shading color. Use a spoolie brush to blend out the brow. I'm going to be using MAC's 24-hour extended eye base to prime my eyes so that the eyeshadow will pop more and also stay in place for me. All right, so next we're going to go ahead and get into it with the transition tone in the shade Hunts from the first Jacqueline Hill palette. This is a MAC 224 brush that I'm using to blend, by the way. Blending is going to be a key component in making sure that your eyeshadows are smooth and that they look natural. Next, we have Shake It Off and Our Secret from the ColourPop Rendezvous palette, and using Let's Do It in the corners to create a smoky look. Be careful not to blend the dark color too far up. Lining my eyes to give them a little bit more definition. For my foundation, I'm going to be using MAC Studio Fix Liquid in the shade NC50. It's a matte finish, medium to full coverage. I'm using my favorite brush to blend my foundation with, which is the MAC 109. It's awesome for buffing in the foundation and giving it an airbrushed finish. One of the reasons I like to do my eyes first is because if I have any spillage or if I make a mess, I'm able to clean underneath without having to go back and redo my foundation. I'm gonna just continue to blend until everything looks smooth and seamless. I'm gonna use MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in the shade Dark to set my foundation. This is to keep any shine from coming through as the day goes on. The coverage for this powder is sheer, so it's very lightweight and great for setting your foundation with. Using the MAC Pro Conceal palette in the shade Dark, I'm going to go in and start to conceal and brighten underneath my eyes. I'm using the shade NW40, which is a shade or two lighter than my complexion, to give a highlighting effect. Using the makeup sponge, I'm going to go ahead and blend the concealer in. Remember, you want everything to be seamless. You don't want to be able to see any harsh lines. This is my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I like to use that to set my concealer with. That's so that you won't get any creasing underneath your eyes. Using a brush, I'm going to lightly sweep that off. And now it's time for lashes. Get into it, honey. Yes. It took lots and lots and lots of practice for me to finally perfect how to apply lashes. So for those of you who are still learning, don't be discouraged. Practice makes perfect. Use tweezers or a lash applicator to help assist you with the placement of the lashes. Another trick with applying lashes is to make sure that you let the glue get tacky before you start to apply. Using MAC blush in the color Blunt on my cheeks. Highlighting is my fave, and today we're going to be using Show Gold, and we're going to sit that right on the top of the cheekbone underneath the blush, which should have been placed on the apples of your cheeks. So pretty. I'm loving this pink highlight tone. It's from MAC, by the way. This is a Morphe M510 highlighting brush. Okay, feeling cute, feeling cute. Now I'm going to use a highlight golden tone to go down the center of my nose and my forehead. And it's time for lips. I'm going to line with Vino lip liner. Being sure to just really define my lip lines so that the lipstick that I apply will look super crisp and sharp. I like to line my lips a little thicker. It's really a preference, but I like to line mine thick so that it'll blend well with whatever lipstick that I choose to apply. I'm going to be using MAC's Retro Matte Lipstick in the shade Topped with Brandy. So it goes on as a cream, but it dries as a matte lipstick and it lasts forever. Literally on your lips, you can wear it all day. I'm gonna lightly press my lips together and blend. Go back in with a little bit more liner. So you can really just, play around with the liner and the color to make it your own. Yes, I am feeling this look, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Tune into my YouTube channel, Brittany Lloyd.